All right, so what we're going to do right now is make a sway for our digital word wall. So you first want to navigate yourself to your Office 365. Once you're here, you're going to select the app that is called Sway. One thing that you'll want to note is Sway is done completely online. It is not, there is no desktop application for your Microsoft Sway. So what's nice is everything is automatically saved and just goes into your cloud. So you don't have to save anything. It's just automatically completed. So we're gonna start a new blank Sway. There are some templates you could choose from if you wanted, but we're gonna just use a blank one for now. And for your digital word wall, you're going to begin by giving us your word. So let's say our word is the enclosure movement. I now want to add a image for the enclosure movement, what that is. So I'm going to select background. I want to add something. And let's say you had an image you'd already found and had saved, or you made your own. You could drag that right into this box here. Or if you want to look to the internet to provide you with an image, you can choose the enclosure movement. You'll see whatever you typed into your title, it'll automatically come in as a search, which is really nice because it's quick and easy. So I'm going to select that. It's now going to look up some suggestions, and I really like this first one that popped up that shows me all of these little fenced in areas. So I'm going to choose that. Once it's selected, all you have to do is hit add, and it's going to add it automatically to your Sway. So I'm going to close this option here. And now my next task is to actually define the enclosure movement. So I'm going to select the plus button, and you'll see it gives me some suggestions, ones that I use the most. I'm going to use just the text option because I want to add text to add my definition. So here you're going to provide your definition. Of course, you might have to look that up, but you want to make sure you're using your own words. That's going to be important. That you're really understanding what this term actually means. You now are going to add a pronunciation guide for your vocabulary term. So in this case, enclosure movement is pretty simple, but sometimes you're going to get terms that maybe originated in a different language, and so it's less familiar to you. Now to add the pronunciation, you're going to go to media when you hit that plus button. And now we're going to add some audio. So you select the audio button. And let's again say you had an audio file that you had created already. You could just drag that there, but we're going to record it. It's nice. It's embedded right into your program, and you don't have to do anything outside. So we select the record button. It gives me a countdown on the bottom, 3, 2, 1. Enclosure movement. You then press the stop button once you're finished, and now it's ready to go. You can press the play button so you can hear it to make sure that it sounds okay and it recorded well. If it did not, you can just hit the re-record button. But if you're ready with it and you like it, you can add it to your Sway. It'll take a few minutes for it to buffer and actually upload the file. So while you're waiting, you can do the last step, which is where you're going to add some more text, and you're going to use your word in a sentence, illustrating that you understand what that word really means. And then again, you want to add some like words. So we don't necessarily need straight synonyms, but we want words that are going to be used within that definition and they're related in some way that you can explain to the rest of class once you're presenting your vocabulary term. So at this point, we've done all of the requirements for our assignment. You've got your word, you have an image, you've got your definition in your own words, you are uploading your audio card, and then you've also used your word in a sentence and created some related words. So at this point, we want to just double check it and see what it looks like as it's completed. So we're going to select the play button so we can see what it looks like. Here we've got the enclosure movement. Here's our image. we can then scroll down. We've got our definition in our own words. We've got our audio file, and we've got in a sentence and our related words. So this looks good. I'm ready to share it and turn it in. To do that, again, it automatically saves for you. So you don't have to do anything to save it, but you do have to turn it in because only you can see your sway. So you're going to select the share icon. And here, the default will be those in your own organization. That's perfect. You can leave the default. You then have a link that's provided here. You could either have people just view it or edit it. You want to leave it just view so that people can just see what you've done. And you select the copy link. You've copied it. Now all you have to do is paste it to turn it in. So you'll go to your OneNote. And in your OneNote, you want to be in collaboration space. Again, if you are confused about how to get to collaboration space, you just hit that up arrow. And now you have your options, right? Collaboration space, content library, and then your own personal folder. We'll select collaboration space, and you'll see you've got all these different options. We're in Unit 7, and you're in your first hour class. So we select Unit 7, and then you scroll down to your computer number. Here we are, 31's got the enclosure movement. And then you just have to paste. You've got 3 different paste options. One is to just keep the formatting, one's to merge formatting, and one is to just keep the text. You can keep the formatting, just select that, and now there's your link. If you had selected a visual link, then it would look like this, but all you really need is that link so then we can select it and it'll open up to your project and everybody can see what you've created as we do our vocabulary throughout the year.